So I recently dropped a 2-minute tip on the best way to achieve a point of view shot. And it was sharing this information by having used this piece of equipment and gear on a short film that I did called After Hours. Now, in this video, which is going to be a long video because I have a almost hour-long raw behind the scenes look at the making of that film that takes you through every step and process from, obviously talking about the rig in detail itself, to the pre-light of the day, to the rehearsal, to the special effects makeup, to the actual run through the first few takes, to just like every aspect of the short film. It was recorded and I paid a behind the scenes guy to come on set and document it as if you were a fly on the wall of the short film. This film itself has been in a number of film festivals, has won a couple of awards, is I think a unique short film. It's a short film done completely in one take, all from the POV and perspective of our main character. It's like 5 minutes long. But I thought, with this being kind of like a unique short film and experience, like I wanted the behind the scenes to be documented in such a different way that felt like someone could join us on set and learn. I know like coming up, that was how I really learned. It was not like in film school, sitting in class, but rather like being on set. And so that is kind of the point of this behind the scenes video, is to bring you guys on set with us and really break everything down and document it so you can hear the conversations between the actors and the DP and the AC and myself and just everything that went into bringing this short film to life, this award-winning short film. So I might chop it down because I'm looking at it right now. It's 51 minutes and 8 seconds. I don't think I'll let it go that long. Maybe I will, I don't know. I haven't decided at the time of recording this, but without further ado, here is the raw behind the scenes of my short film, After Hours.
So right now we are trying to rig up some spotlights. These are 650s, kind of old tungsten lights that, when we shoot at nighttime, I'm trying to mimic the idea that the house maybe has these spotlights kind of rigged to the house. And obviously at nighttime and POV, we don't really have the ability to rig up like C-stands and flags, because the POV rig is going to see everything. So we found these little baby pin plates. We're going to screw these right into the house with some shallow screws, and we're going to kind of sell it as if the light is kind of part of the house. So ultimately, yeah, that looks like a film light, but at nighttime with the low exposure, I think this is going to read as if it's a light that's kind of a part of a cabin. So yeah, that's kind of what we're up to right now. So yeah, T, with that in mind, what's a good placement you think? Something like right here.
So there's 15, so it should be on like this. Let's see. Yeah, like right here in the middle of this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool. Simple.
I might keep the siders on this one.
Oh, you think? That starts to feel like a film light though, no?
Is this the, oh, that's right, you can fully see it.
These are gonna be sick. So we'll just run the dimmer packs, ideally as close to the Jenny as possible so we don't have to go up here all the time, right?
Dude, Lowell Richardson with the long ass cable always. I love it.
Sick though, right, Jake? Yeah. I mean, they look like spotlights, And we can demo them, spot them.
Especially when it's dark, you're not gonna see all that little detail. So let's just real quick, me and you walk it through with them.
Cool. I also have cube taps if you were wanting to. Oh, they're only 1K dimmers. Never mind.
Yeah, I think I'll do just one dimmer to each.
People just have their phones and put it like that. Put it just. Exactly, like every other thing. Yeah. But it's just like if you're taking things down, because I'm pretty sure now, pretty sure their battery was
I bet you can like tilt them too.
Who knows?
Let me see.
it's like it was like hitting back here because the trash can was in front of it. So even like more like a little bit more that way.
Here.
Yeah, because then it'll be hopefully in the shadows, and then I'll bump into it and it kind of rolls in.
Dope. My style actually. There we go.
I got one of them.
I haven't turned that one on yet. Maybe they're kind of like that. I don't know. I mean, part of me thought like it would look cool if they were both angled at camera, but I feel like that needs something, no?
The little area here. That would be a good movie to watch Friday, actually. She just had drove up.
Dude, yeah. Fuck, dude. Too bad we couldn't have met her down there. Get it? Ooh. Sparker 4.
These lights don't have.
It's like a medium spot, so it's kind of just.
It's not gonna give you the adjustment.
Yeah, facts.
Maybe it'll like, yeah, come off the trees.
That's cool. I mean, let's go stand in the doorway and peep. Ideally, let's put most of this coil like out of sight. Out of mind.
Hi there, my name is Kyle Jacobson and I am the production sound mixer on this film. What we're doing today is kind of tricky for sound department. We're doing a one-take POV with the camera. Now, the reason why that's a little tricky for sound is that the camera's going to be looking in all directions, which means that we can't have a boom operator following camera because it makes it more difficult to frame that person out. So, what we're doing today is a technique called plant mics. Now, a plant mic is effectively a boom mic or a lavalier microphone that's hidden almost in plain sight, just out of frame or hidden by some sort of like tree, a shelf, a plant. And it's made so that we can grab reference sound for our movie so that when we're going in with post-production, we know, okay, at this moment, the characters are making these sounds as they're shuffling through the scene, they're stepping on glass, things like that. Now, once we have all of our plant mics hidden, we start rolling, camera starts rolling. We have time code sync between the sound mixer and the camera so that we know exactly at what point things happen for sound. Now, once we are happy with our take visually, with our monster and our talent and all that, then we go back through the scene, section by section, and with the boom, I'm going to be grabbing what's called Foley or wild sound. Effectively, recapturing everything that happens in the scene with clean sound so that in post-production they can see the reference sound with the plant mics, and then they can place over those segments of sound with the boom audio, which is going to be super clean and precise. That way we have a great sounding movie. So this is what we're working with here. This is a Sennheiser 416 microphone with a Rycote wind cover. Have ourselves our grabby arm. And then we have a Zaxcom wireless transmitter, which is providing phantom power into the microphone, as well as sending a wireless signal over to my sound mixer. That way we have no cables in sight, so that the camera won't be seeing some sort of weird line going through the sand. Takes the audience out of it, you know? So I'm gonna show you guys where we put 2 of our plant microphones inside of the house. So after our POV character gets out of the truck and comes to the house, he's going to be living in this world right here. So our first plant microphone is hidden right down here. So tilt this up and you can see we have a microphone with a wireless transmitter right here. I'm actually going to boot this up so that I can run some signal tests. Yeah, and this kind of falls down just like that. Microphone is hidden just underneath the edge of this book. Camera's not going to be looking down this way, but looking all around here. Next up, our character is going to be moving into the kitchen. Now, for this part of the scene, the character is going to be stepping on some broken light bulbs and some broken glass here. So we're going to be getting a lot of like footstep noise and shuffling. And the character is going to be going over to our door here, where he opens up to look inside. Now, to grab the sound in this room, what I've done is I've hidden the plant microphone right in here. So it's a little dark to see in here, but the microphone is just at the very edge right here. And open this, and ta-da! We have a wireless transmitter. And we turn this one on as well for signal test. And then when the camera is going to be turning back this way, we have a cabinet door blocking the view of the microphone. And when camera's going this way, the angle at which it is not going to appear on camera. So we got one more plant mic. Come on. Cool. So we're going to be going back inside. Now we have our exterior plant microphone here capturing all of our noise in this general area. That's our first plant mic. Our last plant microphone is going to be near the tail end of our scene. So our last plant microphone is going to be inside of our shack right here. Now these doors are going to be closed, but the main POV character is going to be entering in from underneath this door, and it's going to be grabbing this metal rod here to latch this thing shut. Now the plant microphone is hidden right on this grease can right here. It's very tiny, and it's going to be super dark, so you're not going to be able to notice that. Plus, camera's not going to be looking up there. And then we have our transmitter hidden behind this lantern here. Turn this one on for a frequency test as well. Yeah, just hanging on a nail right there. And then our last two microphones are on our camera operator, who is Jake, our director. And he'll be capturing all of the first-person POV sound, so like footsteps and like rustling with objects and stuff right in front of the camera. And then we have our talent Cherie, who's going to be on the floor here bleeding out and stuff. She'll have her own microphone.
This next chapter is going to focus on the special effects department led by Rebecca and Faena, and they are incredibly talented special effects makeup artists. You know, they worked with us actually on the After Dark short film, so it was so cool to work with them and have them recreate another creature. And something with this creature that we wanted to kind of do is, Jake and I discussed, I feel like we wanted to create like the alpha, the main creature, right? And After Dark, you know, we see sort of smaller creatures lurking in the shadows, but we kind of wanted to create like the main baddie. So when it came to not only choosing the right prosthetics, you know, we worked with our, you know, special effects makeup team to make sure we were choosing pieces that gave our actor Vinny kind of more of like an alpha, like, you know, the head monster in charge. So yeah, obviously this behind the scenes was shot in a way that you can really see how extensive this process really was. I mean, to give some context, we called the special effects team and our actor Vinny, who played the creature, you know, around 12 noon, and it took him about 6 to 7 hours to do the full transformation. So I only really say this because if this is something you're thinking about incorporating in your next film, not only do you need the right team, like the special effects team with that skill set, but you also need to have that time allocation to really make sure all the applications from, you know, the face, the airbrushing, I mean, it's a pretty extensive process. So this next chapter is really going to take you through what that process looked like for us.
I'm about to go into makeup, getting a bald cap on, getting some monster skin put on me. Just gonna fully transform, and I don't really know what I'm gonna look like after, but I'm kind of scared to see what.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm makeup department head on this, and it's gonna take about 5-6 hours to get him into full character.
Hi, I'm Faena. I'm the key makeup artist, and we're going to be doing a full-blown transformation today. Ultra strong. You're going to love showering tonight.
I am. I'm looking forward to it.
The shower is going to feel like nothing you've ever felt before.
I know. I don't know if we have running water here, so it might be a lot of time in the car before.
I wonder if there is a shower here.
Well, there wasn't any running water in the sink. So.
Yeah, so
Is that what happened last time?
No, last time the sink had a little bit of water. Just a little. This time, no.
We can send you home with some remover, and we can remove it ourselves too.
I brought a towel.
Yeah. Gotta manifest that.
Did not have this on the last bald cap that I did.
Nice.
This is gonna make us go fast.
Good. Last time felt like forever. girls, but granted we had three of you.
Yeah, that would be insane.
And one of them was a girl.
Free time for fun, and if they hit, you know, after we're done, I send them.
Alright.
Did you take it down yet?
Hold on a sec.
But yeah,
In the
you should look
process.
up,
You said hold on to me.
there's a bunch of stories like that. And actually, the one that just
And it feels good, you said?
Yeah, it feels lined up.
very similar to that in a way. But that was produced by Roy Lee as well. Seems like big horror films, violence, you know, it does 20, 30, 50 years.
This ear's all
That's
wonky.
like kind of so that's another one. So there's Lights Out, and that story, that's a really good one. And Ponies.
But these hoes bad, so they stay attached to my gonads. Waking up to a few L's.
When you bend it all.
Yeah.
And then we'll just airbrush that. Perfect. And then the other one on the side of it, right?
Once my house goes in the shelves,
I like that it goes over the other line.
for now we're selling tapes out my shoebox. Any spot, just set up my shop. You're mad at your girl, always says that I'm hot. She buy my t-shirts, but she's spending your guap. Say what up if you see me around. Nike and separate my feet from the ground. It's just
Or mess anything up for us, so don't even worry, because you are so tacked on, like you're good. And then are you trying to be super still for us? You don't have to be too still. We'll follow you.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
So our creature actor Vinny has a bald cap, face prosthetic piece, neck piece, chest piece, and then hands and arms. And we've just based him out in a water-based paint. And then now we're airbrushing, doing some details. Faina's got some veins going. I'm doing some marbling. And we still have a couple of more stages to go, but he's looking pretty good so far.
In a good way, that looks crazy.
Well, we're about 90% there. I've been in the chair getting makeup done for about the last 6 hours. And surprisingly, I'm very comfortable. It feels, a lot of this chest piece here feels like I'm getting a big hug. There's a lot of like nice pressure everywhere, and it's making me quite comfortable. It feels good. But yeah, it's got incredible vein detail. This is all added on here on my hands. Little bits on my arm, and yeah, I feel it's putting me in the mood, you know. It's really doing it.
So in the first short film, we had 3 creatures, but they were a little more like mutated and deformed, where he's more like, for this short, wanted there to be kind of like the boss creature in a way. So it was definitely a little more terrifying in the way he looks in his face and everything. And so yeah, that's kind of what the approach we're taking with this one is. Like, this is like the leader of the pack, if you will, that our character is encountering. So it looks good.
This next section is dedicated to the helmet and camera setup used in the After Hours short film to create that POV look. So the initial idea for After Hours was, how do we create a point of view? Point of view is obviously, the camera is in the role of the actor. So as a viewer, you're watching kind of through the actor's eyes. And we were trying to think of a creative way to come up with that point of view but allowing the actor or whoever's wearing this rig to have their hands to hold a flashlight, open a door. And the alternative is if the actor has to hold the camera, it doesn't really allow for that immersive experience that we are going for. So a lot of what you're about to see in this behind the scenes is our setup. We actually ended up using the Tilta Hermit rig, which is a helmet setup that allows us to mount a camera to the front and to create that wide field of view, that a point of view, the human eye, everyone kind of says it's a 50 mil, but if you think about it, with our peripheral vision, we see quite a lot. And on a Super 35 sensor like the Red Komodo, we wanted to really have a wide angle lens to where you felt like you were watching it through a set of human eyes. So we opted for the Laowa 12mm PL mount. It allowed us to have a follow focus and kind of remote focus. When the actor pulls up a map, we were able to pull focus. And that's the thing, obviously, the human eye, right? Like, your eye is such a great lens. Your eye is not rack focusing, or maybe it is, but it's like so invisible, right? So we really tried to do the focus pulls to where it was like super minimal, because we didn't want the whole lens breathing every time the actor picks up a map or, looks at something in the foreground. So we did rig a nucleus follow focus, but we really tried to keep our focus pulls to a minimal to where it wasn't distracting for the viewer. But yeah, with that, I'm going to cue up the behind the scenes now. This is going to allow us to really, use like a cinema prime lens and kind of a heavier cinema setup on this setup right here. So basically, as you'll see here in a moment, we're going to undersling the red camera. We were doing some testing before, and when the camera is actually normally slung, it completely blocks whoever's wearing the helmet. And our actor, Jake, who's going to be the operator, if you will, has to open up doorknobs, open up the car, hold a flashlight. So this is going to give him full peripheral, and then the camera is just going to live underneath. And we're using a Laowa 12mm Rehearsal Prime, which is cool. So this is going to give us a pretty wide field of view. And we did some testing before, and the field of view is very similar to how our human eyes kind of perceive the world. So I think it's going to give us a pretty accurate representation, as if, Jake is really seeing the camera, or seeing the world through kind of this camera. So yeah, that's the rig. We're kind of putting it together right now. And here in a moment, you'll see it kind of in action on the design. And then we'll have a battery, Jake.
That's the wrong one.
Give it some relief. Just do that. So what should it be? 20 or
2398.
Any dice?
Yeah, how do we have signal before? Now we don't.
Yeah. Just gremlins, man.
Just being a pain. I can get it to repair and then.
And just maybe get out of your truck and we'll just assess these doors.
Just assess everything. Like
just
run.
take it from the truck, I think.
Okay. But don't go back and get the flashlight. Just come in here. Like,
yeah, maybe not. Well, here.
Am I looking at?
Yeah, I think everything's just like very slow.
I think we need to tilt the camera down a little bit too. I feel like it looks too high. That's cool. See, you know what I mean? Like little moments I'm looking, there's too much roof line.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
You might get that silhouette from the 650s on the roof, too.
I think so.
Because they're going to be hitting the ground here, maybe the top bottom of the tree.
So currently, we got the rig all built out. and we kind of just ran through one super rough like movement of me coming into the cabin just to see like, is the angle of the camera right? How does it look and feel? Is signal good? Just kind of just trying to work out all the kinks before we get into nighttime when we're actually going to go shoot. So.
And how's the lighting here? Is it good? So to give you guys a little breakdown of what the rig currently is, we are right now using the Tilta Hermit rig. As is, it comes with a lot of these bits and pieces. The stuff we added it to really kind of allow us to pull focus and review the take is we've added a nucleus with an extended motor cable. If you turn around, we've ran that motor cable. We also tried to add some cable ties because as he's running, if it gets caught on something, it's going to just really ruin the take since we want this to be a single take. So we've really streamlined the cables. We've got this P-tap breakout box, which allows us to power the tear deck and the follow focus from this. So this is sort of like our power that we've rigged from this base plate. And then we're powering the camera, the Komodo, from a 2-pin LEMO to P-tap, which we've plugged right into our V-mount battery. So everything's being powered from back here. And the cool thing about this Hermit helmet rig is the battery itself is acting as a counterweight. Otherwise, this mass up here would constantly be, I think you're watching like, oh, this must hurt his neck. I mean, how does
It's not too bad. Obviously, it's a heavy thing on my neck, and you can't just you can't just like you would normally move your neck and swift around. Like you kind of have to, give it a little brace. But I've been wearing this for over 30 minutes now, and I'm chilling. I'm good. So. And
ideally, the human eye doesn't really rack focus, or it does, but it's so seamless, right? So we're trying to do very minimal focus pulls. We've kind of found that somewhere between 5 feet and infinity feels like the human eye just looking outward. But there's a few story moments where he holds a flashlight, holds a phone, holds a Polaroid, where if we just left the focus and set it and forget it, everything in the foreground about like 2.5 feet away from the sensor plane would be out of focus. So we've got the nucleus just to do slight little racks, nothing too busy or distracting, but that way from the storytelling standpoint, you can see what he's looking at. And then we have lastly, a Teradek 1000, which we are going to have to do a little song and dance. Obviously, this Wonder is going to extend much more than 1,000 feet, so we're going to strategically map out areas where we can be out of frame, but be moving to obviously still have signal, because once this gets 1,000 feet away from the focus pulling station, we are going to lose signal and feed. So it's all a dance, and right now we're just practicing. But yeah, that's kind of just a quick breakdown on what we're using. This is the setup, and now we're just kind of waiting for hair and makeup to finish the creature effects, and then we're gonna start rolling. So let's check it out. This final section or chapter is going to really take you through the rehearsal process of all the steps and blocking that went into mapping out this single take that led to the final take that you see in the short film. With a single take, there are so many moving components and timing and blocking that really need to be dialed in during a rehearsal process. And we were kind of in a unique situation where our main actor, the creature, if you will, had to go into 7 hours of hair and makeup. So we did our best to rehearse with him, Vinny, our actor, as early as possible. That way we could move forward into the other aspects of building out this shot while he was getting transformed into a creature. So we're going to bring you on set with us here in a moment, and we're going to really take you through the process, the conversations, and everything that went into mapping out the single take that you end up seeing in After Hours.
So we're currently watching the first short film After Dark to look for continuity issues, because obviously since we filmed this, a lot has changed in the cabin, and since what we're shooting is like essentially a sequel to it, it's her friend that she's referencing in the original short coming up to meet her up here, but we're doing it all POV. We still need to make the cabin look as identical to how the original first short looked. So we're just watching the short, trying to see where all the lamps and furniture was so we can place it back as close as we can for this short.
So when did we shoot that? 2020?
2020.
Right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh,
we shot in February.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Get out. I notice your car, but the door's wide open, all the lights are off, and it's just kind of dark out here, and I walk up. I'm not gonna act because I'm not an actor, so I'm not gonna be saying all the things that need to be said, but essentially, your voiceover, we'll have you voice act it on the back end.
There's a fence in that room.
We're just gonna lay down
as if it got knocked over.
Like it got knocked over, but we removed it since that film. So you're gonna come in this way, like you're calling out for her name. Come in here, it's all dark, can't see anything. You're trying flip on the switch, nothing happens, and it's like pitch black in here, right? So then come here. Reach into like the glove box. Grab the flashlight.
Maybe save the battery for now.
Yeah. Come back in here, and then as I approach, there'll be like a little bit of blood right here. That's where I can see like the broken glass and light bulbs. I'm like calling out. Making sure, like,
here, right?
yeah, look good, right?
Keep calling
and
it
then
in.
like come back here. This door's closed.
Kind of like a little jump scare moment. Nothing there.
Look in here.
Oh, there's nothing there.
But it'd be like one of
here.
those moments in a horror movie where like,
And
then
then there's
there's
nothing
nothing
here,
there.
and then this is where
Yeah.
this is where we see you. So it's nothing here, and then the light kind of comes down because he's already investigated all this. Comes down, and as you come right here, Julian, stand in the doorway, just like silhouette in the doorway is you there,
Cool.
right? And so then it's like kind of like the flashlight's down and we don't see, so it's completely dark. It's like, oh sorry, I think like I'm trying to think how we approach it. If it's like I have the wrong cabin or like, hey sir,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm looking for my friend. Like
Right.
I didn't, you know, I'm
You
just,
think it's a normal person?
right?
Yeah.
I'm just looking for my friend. Sorry if this is your spot. I think I have the like wrong place. You kind of keep inching forward this way. Like
have you seen my friend?
I'm just gonna get out of here. There's no response. And then as it gets to about right here, you just like like this weird like monster move
Yeah.
and like some heavy breathing. And then at that same moment, I'm like, oh shit, right? Like, and so that's when all of a sudden I back up, and then the flashlight comes up, and then that's when you like, it's just almost instantly. I want to be able to see you for a split second, but I don't want it to like linger on you.
Yeah.
So as soon as the flashlight hits you, it's like dodge out of the way and take
Yeah.
off after me.
Yeah, because
So-
the light hurts, right?
Correct. The
Yeah.
light hurts, so they don't like light. That's why all the lights are like off, broken, damaged,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And so as now I shine, Julian come at me. I'm like, oh fuck, right? And I like here, look out. I might, because there's not much room here.
Yeah, yeah.
As he comes, I might dip, dock, like here. I come out here, and you come trail right behind me. Because as I come out this door, I'm gonna, boom, right, pose this just as like you
Yeah,
hit it,
yeah.
kind of thing. So now come out here. So at this point, I know the first one, that trash can gets knocked over here. So I'm gonna like back up into that. That's gonna scare me. And I kind of look this way, and I look one more time back here, and then boom, you're right in the camera.
Okay.
And then like you scurry off, and I run this way. So
And
we just
logistically, you would go this direction because we'll walk you through in a moment. But
Yeah.
we want to have you come around this corner. So as you scurry off, like you're kind of setting up right here for your next little moment.
So as soon as I like hit that turn here, and you're just boom right in the way, you scurry off this way, and I run this way, looking this way.
So is this one you the flashlight is what like
Yeah.
pushes like am I
Pushes
kind of
you
like
away.
coming towards you?
You're coming at me fast, moving, and as soon as I turn
Oh.
around, you were just about to like hit me, and that flash
And that
puts you right in your face.
sends me,
It's like boom,
Okay.
scurry off.
Gotcha.
So then I come this way, and I like see a door, and I'm like, fuck. And so
We'll lock it.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
get into here, and it's fucking locked. And I look this way, and then I don't see anything. I look this way, and I'm gonna start to walk this way. And as I start to
Yeah, I
walk
think it'd be
this
cool,
way,
like, first see
we
the
just want to
hand,
like see these like
and then,
hands
like,
come around the
here.
corner and peek, and then I'm back up.
But that would be cool, Jake. Real quick, we almost wanted to sell. I think I mentioned you on the call that like, I don't know if you've seen like I Am Legend. Like you're like kind of the main baddie.
Sure.
And I want to almost sell the idea. I think, or we want to sell the idea that like, the reason your face is fucked up is like you've kind of pushed how far you could get burned. So as he's hitting
Oh,
you,
sure.
you're almost either like I think just putting your hand, which would cast a really cool shadow,
Ah.
and we have a VFX artist. We'll add like some steam or
Steam.
something. So you're just like kind of absorbing it, and at that point you're blitzing.
Yeah,
that
so
way.
as I'm coming this way,
So
we
this
want
one
to
isn't
see
like
those
a
hands
scurry,
come around the corner,
like that.
but then it's like maybe like some sort
You know
of,
what I mean?
we'll have to figure out what that actual like motion or whatever looks like, and then I back up and like, boom.
Exactly.
So then I come back this way.
Cool. Reach for this and just put this bar, because this actually reads like, and then maybe just give it like a faux tug. I could also lock this bottom one right here. But yeah, that'd be cool.
So as I come in, close that. Now I'm like in this corner, right? And this, I'll have this old phone, and I'll pull out the phone, and I'm trying to call Cherie.
Yeah.
And so I go to call her, boom. I'm waiting for the call. Pick up. Boom, and then so you hear the phone ringing from behind. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And you look, or I look this way, I come up, and I kind of come and approach over this way, phone down, and there's like phones like just hanging out on the side over there. and come here, and I look, I see the phone, and then ideally, I just don't know how we can position it. I wanted to like reach to go grab it, and then an arm just comes in and just grabs, which is you bleeding out, run, and then, but like I just don't know POV wise.
lens
It's pretty
is
wide.
so wide.
I just don't know how we pull
Yeah,
it
that
off.
shot works great on like a 50 where the hand like you're gonna see her. So
is she just already laying there? Then?
I think so. I think
Okay.
you just discover her and you're laying on your back, gored out. I think we're gonna position this bike a little bit more like horizontal. So
that
when he first
I come
comes in, it's
over.
not obvious that you're in here.
And then I'll come over it, and
Yeah.
I'll see you there. You're just like bleeding out and like saying to run. And then as I back up, I just stop because I hear something behind me.
Well, I'm
And then
trying to think logistically, it probably makes more sense for Vinny since he was just over there
To
to
come
just
from
cut
over
through
there.
there. So my thought is, I'm you real quick. You're on the ground if you don't mind. I think he would come over here and be like, yo, are you okay? What do you need? And you're like, run. Or maybe she starts to like point like in this direction. And
So
we
here, what if we do this? I do that, I wrap around, and she's like, fuck, Sheree, right? And I'm like trying to like tend to her here, you know, and then
And my
like,
thought is
how
like
do I
you-
do? And then you point and you're just like run.
And then I feel like when you like slowly get up in the sound design, you're hearing it and you turn, right? And it's either.
I don't
there.
think she points.
Okay,
But
but
What if it's just my
I'm just saying he
eyes?
would logistically like
You
come
know
out
what I
this
mean?
way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So then as you're saying like to run, I'm like backing up and I'm just like what the fuck I do? And then I hear the noise. I'm gonna hear it turn, boom, nothing's there. So then Vinny, you need to be behind me here because then I'm gonna then turn back around and boom, there, and then the end.
maybe I look up like he's on the ceiling.
I could be on. I could be on this beam.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. He's gonna be in crazy makeup.
So
like how
as-
is he gonna get?
So basically, Vinny, as I go around here, you need to come through this door here. We'll leave it unlocked. I'll fake like it's locked, and then you need to come through here, right, and close this door so that you can already like.
And he's
peek
just
in
living
here.
right behind you, right?
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
like we just kind of station
Yeah,
some stuff here so that you can come in.
I just
here
know,
and
Jake, when
hide.
you turn this way and there's nothing,
That's
like
when I
you would just
set.
scurry back, and maybe he's inspecting.
Yeah.
And then it's just a quick whip pan, boom, bro. That's gonna fucking
Yeah.
gotta show other people.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
So we're about to begin the first like rehearsal walkthrough. We'll probably go at like 50% speed just to kind of see how everything is looking and feeling. And so me and Vinny can get our timing right because there's moments where I'm gonna have to be somewhere, turn around, he's there, then he's not. And so probably like a 50% walkthrough speed. I got Tom in my ear. I have a AirPod in my ear, and so he's gonna call me. So I can't see what's going on, only my eyes. Like I can see with my eyes right now, but obviously I can't see what the camera's capturing. So he'll be watching with the team from over there, and I got him in my ear. If I need to go slower, or if like the flashlight's too high, I can lower it. They can kind of give me guidance and directions as it's happening. So yeah, about to get the first walkthrough rehearsal going. This will be a good moment. I'm gonna look back that way before I enter, like just to make sure.
I think push it open so it's like reveal nothing.
And then maybe this like you could make a meal.
Oh,
that's
that
cool,
light was
yeah.
nice.
That's cool. Just double check. I think it'll be fun for you as a voice actor. But come on, stop playing games. Like, where are you
Sure,
at?
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So what do we do there?
So the car light, I think, will help illuminate him. Or
do
at
we
least,
punch this up a little bit too?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's punch up the 1K.
Because it doesn't really read right now.
Yeah.
Or if you angle your flashlight at the ground, would that kind of like
It does
uplight?
here. You get it a little bit here.
Oh yeah.
You see a little bit more. So yeah, as soon as I come to the edge of that, you make the little move, and then yep, exactly. But just air. Don't see how we're not getting hidden.
It was right here, and then you looked up. So I feel like if you're like 2 steps away in the auto garage,
And as soon after I whip, it's there and then at me.
Yeah.
Don't know like
Sure.
pause. So it's
Gotcha.
like you're standing there.
Boom.
So as I turn, boom, you're standing there and
Okay,
right on top.
I got you.
It felt like it like
There's a little bit of a
a
pause.
little longer
Okay.
pause, but
first.
make sure everything's really locked.
This is so much fun trying to run into the places in time.
All right, so let's look that way and dial the tilt.
I know, it's just like sprinting over here is so much
All
fun.
right, a little low. So here's where I think it would be. So maybe like here.
Yeah.
Cool. Hold still.
Let me
see. Grab me the flashlight just so I can. Well, no, because my head will probably be up, so that's a little too looking up. So let's take it down a little bit.
That's you. Where you think you're
Yeah,
gonna be?
because
Cool.
my head will be up. My head
Okay.
won't be down.
No, for sure.
My head
So
will
right
be
there.
up.
How's that?
That's good.
And that.
Cool. Yeah,
And
I
just
think
lock
that's
all
good.
the other axes.
And Vinny, yeah, coming from the dark, as like shifty and odd as you can. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know you kind of gallops, but even as you're
Even
galloping, like
kinda more-
really like take it there.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Yeah, what did you do on that first one when I'm running out the door? I mean, that was so perfect. Before that last one, like
what it was is that on the second take, the door was way too far open. So I think the door was like here.
Gotcha.
So when you ran, there was way too much like grabbing it and closing it.
Right.
But before it was like here.
Gotcha. So I won't push it all the way. I'll just kind of
Yeah. And that way you can grab it so much
Easier.
quicker. And I'm just like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I just don't want it to look like you're waiting for
Exactly,
me. So
yeah.
finding a far
Yeah.
enough space
And
to.
I think maybe at that point the camera may have been a little loose too, because
Yeah.
I was watching for waiting for the camera
Right.
to turn to meet it.
I'm not sure where it got.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on,
On
the
the
jump
couch
over
jump.
the couch. Yeah.
It's airtight right now.
Sweet.
So, cool.
Send me some more of the pictures.
Oh, that was such
This was
a
the
good
best door
move.
moment.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my god.
That's so crazy.
Ew, nightmares for 10 years.
Nice. Yeah. So I'll just hold it. Yeah, I'll just hold it here. We'll move this. This needs to be by our body. We need to close this. Hold on, wait till I get to this. I'll be like, hey man, like just Just I'm looking for my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Or I'm gonna get out of here. So as soon as I get to the edge of this,
Gotcha.
oh, I fell. Oh, the phone fell out of my pocket somewhere.
Put your hand out so we can pretend. Oh yeah. Cool. It's ringing. Yeah, leave the flashlight, Jake. Leave the flashlight.
The phone will be sitting there. Yeah, so we'll cut it right before he moves off.
Yeah.
Boom. Cool.
We made a movie, guys.
That's
let's
a
get
wrap.
fully.
That's a wrap.
No
picture,
picture,
but
Alright, cool. Let's power down.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, learned something, took something away from that and that experience. If you enjoyed kind of that raw behind the scenes look and process of like documenting a shoot, let me know in the comments below. Would love to maybe do more of that. I have a number of shoots coming up from a couple short films, commercial, etc. And if you guys found value in this, I can do the same kind of thing and have it documented in a way where I can put out these like longer raw behind the scenes videos. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I would love if you considered subscribing. Drop a like, comment. If you have a question, drop a comment below asking that question. I'll be sure to reach out to you and respond to that. But yeah, without further ado, I'll see you. I'm saying that way too much in these videos. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.